That's Bill.
And that's Will.
Today on the Bill and Will Show, we're going to start with what we got, Gibson?
Oh, let's go with the big payday.
The big payday.
We better not be talking about Booming getting $5 million.
Now, we already talked about that.
I don't want to talk about Booming no more.
Man. So, Masvidal.
Now, wait a minute.
Masvidal.
Oh, man.
Masvidal versus
Usman.
I keep forgetting his name because his fights are so forgettable. But he is the champ, and he did what he had to do. But, hey, we're talking about George Masvidal, or Jorge Masvidal, whatever you prefer. Him and Usman pulled in $1.3 million in pay-per-view buys. One of the top ever, Gibson.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It had the marquee to be a really good fight. And
yeah,
fight fans knew that.
The marquee of being a good fight.
See, I already knew what was going to happen, and I told you what was going to happen.
A lot of people did, Gibson.
And those of you that said, "Nah, he's just talking right now," go back and look at the video, and you're gonna see what I said.
A lot of people knew that was gonna happen, Gibson.
They didn't know that. That's why they bought the fight.
He was a 3-1 favorite, Gibson.
Yeah,
he was a 3-1 favorite in Vegas. Like, we know that he was.
August, Vegas knew that it was gonna be like that. I knew it was gonna be like that, but the 1.5 million, they was unsure.
Well, we got, of course, I believe that this fight did not hurt George Masvidal at all. His fans still rocking with him, and he still won. It proves that he's maybe the biggest star in MMA right now. And he's talking. He doesn't want a Conor McGregor fight, which would be box office in my eyes. Which the promotion and everything building up to the fight, leading to the fight, I think it would be a box office hit. He says he wants to rematch with Usman,
and that's a smart play. That's a very smart play. Very smart play. I don't know who his management team is. That is a very smart play, and I'm going to tell you why. See, this is what I do. Flipping houses, that's a hobby. Hot shotting, that's a hobby. This is what I do. Let me tell you. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. See, Masvidal, he got that 1.5 million viewership, right?
1.3.
So he knows now, I'm famous.
I'm the man. The man right here.
Now, he's not the champion, but guess what? He got a huge following. He got a huge following. So this is what's going to happen. If he fights, now see, he fought Usman on short notice.
6 days.
And he went the distance.
Yeah.
So guess what? If he put in a full training camp and he get to look at the tape,
he's still gonna lose.
Listen to me. He got a shot to beat him. See, this is why I do this for a living. Listen to me very carefully. Masvidal, he don't need to get taken to the ground. So he gonna work on that this time around.
Didn't get taken to the ground too much the first fight, after the first round.
So now he's gonna focus on his stand-up game and how to dink and dock on Usman. He could beat Usman on points.
Maybe.
Now, instead of 3-1, Las Vegas odds, guess what it's going to be this time?
5-1, after what they seen happen last time.
If he wins that fight against Usman, guess what he will be?
The champion.
And the new. Now, he could fight Conor for the big payday.
2-1, huh?
But if he loses this second fight, Conor don't want to fight him now. The only way he'll fight Masvidal is if the money is there.
For me, man, listen, you've been doing this 16 years, Masvidal. Even if you went out and you did have a great training camp, have 6 months, 8 months to prepare for Usman, you're going to lose the fight. He's better at what he wants to do than anybody in the division. He's a better wrestler. He's a better guy. He takes you in those waters. He fights you. He makes you fight his fight. He's done that to everybody he's fought. And he's better at it. He's better at wrestling than everybody. He knows how to control the fight. He's going to go in there and do the same thing to you in the second fight. You've been doing this again 16 years. Let me reiterate that, man. 16 years. Bro.
He should have been a champ by now?
Yeah. And you should just now at this point when somebody is saying, hey, maybe you can't be the champ, but you can come get this boatload of money and secure your people. You've been talking about money. You've been talking about how much money you need. Man, you got the money right in front of you.
He signed a big contract too. He said he didn't get everything he wanted, but he got a lot.
He got close. That's what he said for this fight. Now you see, like, okay, I'm the biggest thing out here. I'm the 2019 fighter of the year. I'm on the cover of the new UFC video game. I have a lot of momentum right now. So for you to put me against Conor, I'm gonna get my bread because it's no telling what's gonna happen now because they got Burns coming up against Usman. So man, hey, go get your money against the biggest fight you can take right now with the biggest payday, and then let everything else fall where it may. But at least you'll have that bag, at least you'll have that security, and at least you'll have because you already know how Dana acting. He cutthroat with the money. That's Scrooge McGruff. Scrooge, what's his name?
Scrooge McGriff?
Whatever his name is, I take all the money. I bet you he did 1.3. No, not Masvidal and Usman. Y'all didn't do 1.3. The UFC did 1.3 million buys. I calculate they made a lot of money off you boys, and you probably got a 5% of it, 7% of it.
You didn't get that much.
So come on, man. Go get your money. Go fight Conor. Go take the biggest fight you can take. Y'all gotta see. Y'all gotta look at the playbook that Conor did. He went and took the biggest fight he could take, which was with Floyd Mayweather, and now he can pick and choose what he can do. After making $100 million, you can pick and choose what you want to do now. Even though Dana took $50 million of that, of his $100 million.
That belongs to the UFC.
He still made $50 million, which y'all will never be able to touch. So, in my eyes, man, hey, go after the biggest fight. I know everybody wants to be the champion. I tell you what, everybody else everybody else want to be that ain't fighting, and everybody else walking in this world, rich. And you got the opportunity for you to be rich and for your children's children to be rich. So why keep getting hit in the face, man, when you can go fight somebody that's not as good, that you have a better puncher chance with, because Conor's going to stand up and fight you, and go out there, have an exciting fight and beat him.
But whoa, wait a minute now. He going to beat Conor?
I said go beat him.
He might not beat him. But if he do beat him,
it's even more. You continue to go up more, even more.
I do think he would beat Conor McGregor, though.
I think it'd be a slugfest. I think it'd be amazing.
He grab McGregor, he gonna maul him.
I don't know about mauling him. I don't know how good Masvidal is on the ground.
And Masvidal's bigger than him.
I seen Conor come in at 170, nice, a little stacked up. I think it's a fight that needs to be made.
That's water weight. Masvidal's a big dude anyway.
He is a big dude. He looked big coming into the Usain Bolt fight. Usman fight. Hey, man,
I don't know why this man is disrespecting the champion, man.
I'm sorry, man. You're right.
This guy's the champion. He beat the best in the business, and my boy Tyrone Woodley. Then he beat him. You got to give him the respect.
Usman calling out to George St. Pierre. Leave George St. Pierre alone.
Yeah,
man.
leave him alone. I don't even want to leave George alone, man.
Come on, man. Let a great be a great. That's Bill.
And that's Will.